Hello, friends. Whew. Let us take a deep breath. This is the week of August 16th through August 21st. This is your energy report for the week. If you are watching this live, thank you for being here. If you're watching this afterwards, thank you for watching. We are going to pull some cards today from our Sacred Oracle deck. All right, we have Voyage as the first card pulled. Voyage. So we see a whale, and they are floating with baby whale above the waters. We love that. So folks may be wanting to take a trip, whether that be a physical trip, they may be wanting to take a spiritual trip, a journey, some type of endeavor. You may be feeling like you need to book a trip. I say go for it. I think it's a really good time, especially right before Mercury in retrograde. This is a really good time to get moving, and you will thrive. You will thrive in that movement. You will thrive in your projects this week. You will thrive in your personal endeavors, in your professional endeavors. Whatever may be on your mind, whatever you set your intentions towards, you will thrive. I'm feeling really good about this card because I actually thought it was for me personally. And I was like, okay, I like that for me. But I'm pulling it again right now. And I'm realizing this is something that needs to be shared with the collective. So I love that for us. I think that we need to be working a little bit slower, a little bit more intentionally this week, because as Mars moves into Gemini, we may feel the need to kind of be more fiery and direct with our communications. We may have all these ideas in our minds, but we need to know and have tact when to execute them. So I saw a quote today earlier that was talking about knowledge without the wisdom of knowing when to share that knowledge can be dangerous, right? And so you may have downloads this week, throughout the week, that come to you, and I think it's really important to know when to disclose that information, right? Some of that is creators' messages to you, some of that is spirit's messages to you, and some of those messages are meant to be shared with others at a opportune time, at a strategic time. So not sure if that may be relevant to you in your professional setting or in your personal life, but as Mars moves into Gemini, it could affect the communication, the way that you approach things with your family, even with your loved ones, with your friends. So just have a little more tact, even if you have this burning sensation to share that message right away. It may not benefit you at the moment. Let's see what else. So this came up last week. I love this card. I think there, as I said, are a lot of messages that are coming up throughout the week. We have Mars going into Gemini, so we are thinking a lot about our intellect. We're thinking a lot about ideas. The sparks, the embers are going to be flying because they're coming so quickly that we may feel a sense of urgency. But someone once shared with me that urgency is rooted in whiteness. Urgency is rooted in settler colonialism. And so I urge you to take your time. I encourage you to feel grounded, to take care of your needs, to do what you need to do to feel good, to feel at peace, to let go of anything that is no longer supporting your thriving series of events throughout your life. I want you to feel at peace in all that you do. So I think that having a sense of peace and that wonder is going to help you to remain balanced, to help you to remain calm and grounded throughout this week as you learn to let things flow, as you learn to let things go. And something that I have trouble with that I feel like is a message coming up is that we can't be in control of everything, right? We have to let things flow, and we can only manage the things around us so much, and then we have to trust. We have to put that trust in the universe, in spirit, and all that is divine, that we are exactly where we are supposed to be. I hope that you are able to see those miracles. I hope that you are able to see those messages as miracles, and trust in divine timing. Trust that whatever is coming to you that is divine, whether it be a trip, a voyage, that feeling of thriving, the feeling of wonder, the excitement of letting things flow, it's going to be rooted in our trust, the trust that we have for ourselves, the trust that we have for our loved ones, the trust that we have for our community members. These messages are beautiful this week. I am loving it. I am so happy that because we did the work of the full moon in Aquarius last week, we are able to collect our blessings this week, baby. We love that. We are grounded in love. We are rooted in love. We are feeling loved, and we are able to love. Love is a frequency. It is an exchange. We remain in love in all that we do. And maybe that's the journey. Maybe that's the voyage. Maybe that's the trip right there, is love. It's delight. It's delightful whenever we feel that we are loved, whenever we are able to ride that frequency, whenever we are able to take those trips of love, we are able to live in ecstasy, live in delight, live in happiness, live in our highest vibrations, and we enjoy our life a little bit more. Actually, a lot more, you know, because if we practice this every single day, we're able to work on that. And even if in all moments we can't feel that, we'll be able to get there quicker whenever we are able to manage that those other tones, those other vibrations, to be able to step back into our love, to feel delight, right? Because the two are connected. They are interconnected. I'll pull one more card. This week is calling on us to live in solitude, to have moments of solitude, to have moments by ourselves. We are constantly bombarded. We are constantly held in so much all day long. We are committed to so many things throughout the days that it's important that we have moments where we are taking deep breaths, intentional breaths, regrounding ourselves, cleansing ourselves, uplifting ourselves, whatever that may look like, whether it be through food, whether it be through music, whether it be through smudging, whether it be through being cleansed by the sun. I see us sitting out by the sun, under the sun, and letting the sun take care of us in that way, letting the earth take care of us in that way, letting the waters, the sacred waters, take care of us in that way, and in that same way saying thank you. So those are the messages today for this week of the Oracle. I am going to now pull a card, and it's going to tell us what herb that can assist us throughout this week that we may want to work with, that we are being called to work with. The herb is dandelion. Damn, y'all, we may need to be transcending a lot of emotions that we may be going through right now. So this may be why we have been pulling this card. This was not last week's card, but it was a few times back. We've been pulling this card frequently, so it may be indicating that we need to cleanse our liver, cleanse our emotional tones, and free space for those beautiful emotions to re-enter us. For we have been doing the work. Last week we were able to let go of those things that no longer serve us throughout the full moon in Aquarius and think as if we've never thought before, because we are freer than we have ever been before. And the dandelion is helping to physically now free us of those feelings, of those limitations that we once had for ourselves. And so that's really, really beautiful. That's an honor to be able to do that cleansing work. And if anybody is like me and they like homework, they like to think about things, meditate on things, then there is a writing prompt that I would like to share with you all. The word for dandelion that can be associated with it is perseverance. So it's teaching us to adapt. Dandelion does this amazing thing. When she grows on a lawn, she's mowed regularly. She stays short so her flowers pass under the mower's blades. How can you, like dandelion, adapt to the world around you? What little change can you make that will allow you to thrive in your current situation? If your mood turns out sour and you're unable to maintain dandelion's cheerfulness, ask yourself whether you need a mood adjustment or whether you're pushing up against an obstacle that's taking you off your true path. Remember, perseverance isn't about putting up with untenable situations. It's about knowing the difference between that which is difficult but doable and that which is simply unhealthy for your soul. So like I said, reflect on the fact that we are entering Mars in Gemini, and it's going to be happening on the 20th of August, and it will be stationed there for 7 months. And so between this time frame of the 7 months, we are going to be letting go of a lot of things. And I know you may feel that need to just like get rid of it all like quickly, like a band-aid, but I think that the dandelion is asking you to stay grounded, to stay rooted, to cleanse your liver, your emotional tone, to allow yourself to see and discern what it is that is no longer serving you, and then what it is that you can work with and refine, that you can grow and nourish and focus on, right? Because we have more room. If this reading resonated with you, let me know in the comments. If you would like to book a one-on-one reading for a more in-depth scope, feel free to follow the link in my bio. It is my calendar has now been updated, so I'm really excited. You may see a couple small changes in my website. Please feel free to go visit, hit me up if you have questions, and thank you for tuning in.